What's your favorite Christmas song?
Jingle bells, Batman smells.
You want to stand here first? You should have put the camera more on that side so you can stand on that side and talk. Anyway, it is beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Obviously, we do this every week and he still cannot share the video correctly. Tony, point the camera more that way. So we're just getting everything set up. Usually we're downstairs in the basement with everything. And now we are from our living room and coming to you live because we're going to set up more. We're going to be setting up our Christmas tree and also answering questions from everybody that's going to, what are you doing? Everybody that is asked questions earlier.
Is that the right?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. All right, come back in this screen. So tonight we are answering all sex, relationship, sex toy questions, all the different questions we're answering live tonight. And I said we're going to be decorating the tree, but really he's going to be decorating the tree. I feel like sitting here and yeah, being cute. Oh, our night is in the picture. This night was at my parents' house since I was a little kid. My father passed away this year, and I took it from his house and put it in here. You said it's creepy.
Sorry.
That's not what you said. So anyway, what day is it? No. Every week we mess this up.
Know what day it is? Guess what day it is? Hey, Shawnee, guess what day it is?
What day is it?
Hump Day with the Harts.
And the camera's right there.
Oh, yeah. Why not?
Riley, move. Oh, we should have put the doggy up. So, Tony, get started putting on the lights. First lights, right? I hope our lights aren't all cracked all up. Tony, grab the lights. I'm just gonna sit here and delegate.
And do nothing.
Oh, I can't see the screen to see the comments. I love your tree. Yay! It's little tree. Charlie Brown. It's a Charlie Brown Christmas tree. I need to move this closer because I can't see the comments. It's just, can it be over here? That's fine. It's in the shop, but I can't see the comments otherwise.
Okay.
Oh, but now the tree is behind this. We did not set this up properly. The tree is behind the caption. Tony, move the camera more over to the side.
It's okay, Warren. Leave it alone.
Okay. So first question. Let me see. I have wrote down. So I sent out questions to our email list, to Facebook, to Instagram, and said, send in your sex questions. I love answering questions. So if you have any questions that you want to ask, go ahead and feel free to pop them in the chat. Unfortunately, it's too late for you to say them anonymously because I can't check my email and IG and all that right now. But if you want to ask a question, go ahead and pop it in the chat. Britt said, I like that height. No, it had that height. It's too short. Now that it's too short. The first question, I want to buy my wife a toy. How do I know what she'll like? I can't read my own hand. How do I know what she'll like? Oh, since I can't take it back. Yes, HartsDesires does not have any refunds. You're not going to give us back your Badusi toys. We do not want your return toys. So once you use it on your coochie, on your penis, wherever you're going to put it at, it's yours forever. So how would it was a guy who asked the question, how would he know what his wife would like?
Well, you got to talk to her. See what areas she would be into. I mean, you can't surprise a person with a toy until you kind of already know what products they already are into. So then they make it a little easier. What you pointing at?
I'm pointing. You talk to the camera.
Well, I can't talk to the camera, babe. You got to do it.
Oh, I got to do it?
Yes.
You see, this is a very well thought out procedure. Oh, lights! Yay! First step, we have lights. Okay, so my answer is to figure out what your wife might like as far as toy-wise is to think about what she likes pleasure-wise. So does she like oral sex better? Does she like penetration better? Does she like her nipples played with? Does she like, you know, different parts of her body fondled? Does she like sensual massages the best? Think about what she likes the best and then get a toy that's going to help you stimulate that even more. So if she likes oral sex the best, then I'm going to offer a suggestion to get a clitoral stimulating toy, like a bullet, a clitoral suction toy, a wand, something like that, that's going to concentrate the stimulation on her clitoris. Now, for most women, those type of toys usually are a safe bet because we like clitoral stimulation. 80% of us have orgasms, have better orgasms, has an easier time having orgasms when we have clitoral stimulation. So 8 times out of 10, those are safe bets. Clitoral suction toy, bullet, wand. Now, she likes nipple sensations the best. I would go with like nipple clamps. I would go with small vibrators also. I would get some sort of stimulating cream. Things like that. Those are going to be good gifts for somebody like nipples. Or does she like anal? Ooh, there's some good anal toys out there in the market. Is At Control Anal Toys the Hush? That would be fun. Different anal plug sets, different vibrating anal plugs, definitely some good lubes. So think about what she likes as far as pleasure. And that's going to point you in the right direction on what to buy for her Christmas intimacy gift. What is it, an intimacy? I guess it would be an intimacy gift or a pleasure gift. Because some people can buy their partners gifts like sex toys and don't expect to be part of the scene when they're using it. You know, you could buy your partner a toy and say, hey, have at it. Add this to your masturbation routine. That's like, if a guy said that to me and I was single or married, well, it don't count with you because you're not going to buy me nothing. But if a guy bought me a toy and was like, I want to give this to you. You work really hard. You deserve some pleasure. Here's something for you to use. You know, use this in the shower. You know, use this by yourself. I want you to have this. I would be really impressed. I would be impressed that he was in touch with his masculinity. I would be impressed that he did not have some huge ass ego that was driven by his penis. I would be impressed. You don't think so? Anybody else would be impressed? Oh my goodness.
Sorry. I don't agree with that.
Wait, Sean said, I'm confused at how I feel right now, seeing the Christmas tree decorations and the conversations at the same time. Christmas can be sexy. Jesus wanted you to have orgasms. Believe you me. But would anybody else think that was sexy if your partner gave you a gift and was like, here, have at it? So if I came home and brought you like a stimulating toy, say we didn't have an adult store, and I said, you know what? I know after a while your hand is not the most convenient thing. Maybe convenience not the right word. Your hand. Well, what's some dudes?
Maybe you want a different texture. That's all.
You want a different texture.
Yeah,
Here's a different texture for you to use. You wouldn't be impressed that I did that for you?
No.
Would any guy be impressed if his, partner did that for you?
Yeah. Some would. Some would. But I would prefer I would prefer something that we can use together, not really.
So Britt just said that. She just said I would prefer a couple's toy.
Yeah. Me too.
See, I would like a toy I can use by myself. But then again, a lot of the toys that you use by yourself, you can use with a partner too. You can use a bullet by yourself and with a partner. Mike said, no, Riley. You can see her body a little bit underneath where it says HartsDesires. Riley.
Yeah, she right here.
She's underneath the tags. Let me take the tags off. Let me see. Where's the tag? Oh yeah, there she is, right there. There's Riley. So yes. So let me go back down. Yes. So next question. When should I tell the next person I'm dating that I have erectile dysfunction? It ruined my last relationship.
Dang.
I'm gonna let you answer this one because when I read the question, I was like,
probably halfway into the sexual conversation. Once you start talking
I'm gonna
about,
put the camera up a little bit. Can't see your face.
okay. Once you start talking about, sure, yes. Once you start talking about sex and you guys having sex together, then that's when you should bring it up. Be like, hey, and really, it's more so like this, like, hey, not always necessary. You have to say I have erectile dysfunction.
I'm gonna let you sit in my chair and I'll put some on you. Because you know about this. You know about this better.
So, thank you, babe. So here it is. What you do is you're going to sit there and tell people like, hey, not that I have erectile dysfunction, but really, hey, my body sometimes desires a different type of sex than just penetration. So sometimes it might be my body only desires a little bit of oral sex. My body might desire me pleasuring you and not so much me getting out of it.
I think that's lying.
No, because sometimes that's how it is. Like sometimes your performance is based on like what turns you on is what you want, what you're looking for, what you desire. So basically, if I say I'm looking for just, I got a taste to just please her orally. You know what I'm saying? I just want to lick in between her legs, kiss, lick, suck, and all that good old stuff. That's what I got a feeling for.
Okay, but my thing is, if a guy had erectile dysfunction, the way that you said it makes it seem like they're still trying to cover it up that they have it instead of just saying, hey, sometimes my penis doesn't stay hard. Sometimes it's hard for me to get hard. But these are some of the things that we can do, if that happens, when that happens. To me, that's more forthcoming. The way you said it seems like you're still trying to hide it.
Okay, but that's not what I was trying to do. But I see your point. I see your point.
Yes.
Sometimes people can interpret things different ways. So I see your point, and so you have an option. You can sit there and come off straight up like that. And
no, there's no option. You have to come off straight up, because if you don't come up straight off to the point, then you're taking away my choice. So the person who you're going and having a sexual relationship with, they need to know this information in advance so they can make their choice. When you don't give them the options, you're taking away their choices from them, and that's basically lying. So you don't want someone that's going to be mad about it. If you say, sometimes I might have a hard time, getting erection. Sometimes I might use a penis pump. I might break out a cock ring. But I have some vibrating cock rings. It might be fun, whatever. And then let the person make their own choice. And they can say, you know what? That's fine. That's, I understand. Let's go ahead. Let's get into it. But somebody else would be like, you know what? That's not going to work for me. And you're a nice person and everything, but that situation is not going to work for me. And it might, and you can't please everybody.
True.
So I think just come in straight with it. Did anybody agree with me? Look and see if anybody agree with me.
No one agrees.
That's not true. I can't get these hanging things out. Who gave us this? So last year we had a trim the tree party, and everyone had to bring a Christmas tree ornament. I think this was Rhoda's because she do pictures. I think this is Rhoda's. I see that big camera over there. I don't know whose this was. Santa Cam.
Hold on. We wrote it down.
We wrote it down.
Yeah.
Oh.
Who's?
I wrote down who it was. Oh, this is good. Okay.
So yes. So we have a list.
We have a list of everybody.
Of everyone who put a.
Oh, Makita and Frank gave us the Santa Cam. Okay. Pass me. I'll read you. I'll trade places with you because I want to sit down again. Okay. I'm going to read you who gave us the presents. So will a woman say, hey, I'm not the best head giver, or you find out it's whack? Nope, they just don't do it. Okay, so the thing about head giving, I might think that I'm a good head giver, but I'm a good head giver to my last partner, right? So maybe my next partner, the things that I was doing, giving head, is really not hitting on nothing for them. But that's why communication is super important in all aspects, sexual relationship, communication with your partner in a relationship. You have to tell the person what you like and don't like. So if I'm giving you some head and the things I'm doing you don't like, let's talk about it. Tell me the things that you do like. See, it's really bad when people are like, oh, they sucked in bed or they give bad head. And I ask them, well, did you tell them the things that you like? Well, they should just know. That's not fair. That's not fair at all. People can't just know what you like. We're not mind readers. So, Sean, tell the people what you like. Don't be an ass face. I know him, so that's why I'm telling him, don't be an ass face. Oh, pass your thing?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Oh, I remember this one. This one was from Nicole. It was glass blown ornament. Oh, the tag is still on there. That was super pretty. Oh, super pretty. Okay, next question.
Handcrafted in Egypt.
Ooh, fancy pants. Okay, the next question is, I've been trying to squirt and still can't do it. Any tips? Everybody wants to squirt. I don't know what it is about squirting that makes it to the point that everybody wants to do it. I don't know. I mean, I can do it. I can only do it by myself. I still have not been able to squirt with a partner, which a lot of people are like that also. Also, porn has shaped what squirting. Oh, I'm supposed to be handing you stuff. My bad. I don't know what that one is. Porn has shaped what we think squirting should look like. Squirting is not going to be for everybody. Fire extinguisher. No, what's the thing? The fire hose. Fire hydrant. Fire hydrant levels of water and stuff coming out. It is not going to be that. Oh, I like this one. The Bon Voyage suitcase. I remember who that suitcase. Kish gave me the suitcase. Well, gave us the suitcase. Because she travels. Oh, sorry. Shut up.
Yo!
But squirting can actually be a couple of drops of liquid comes out. Let me just,
Pass me the whole thing.
I can't. I have to go over another day. I'm going to go live on my personal page with everybody's presents. Everybody's ornaments and go over them again. So, but everyone does not squirt mounds of liquid. Like it just doesn't happen like that for everybody. Like for me, like a few drops come out. But how do you squirt? So squirting is going to be when you give yourself like a G-spot orgasm, which for some people is hard to do. Like for me, it takes a lot of work. I need a G-spot toy. I need a clitoral toy. I need all these things firing on 10, going at the same time. And then eventually I can squirt. But squirting is not the be all end all. Like if you never squirt in your whole life, like would your life be any less than if you if you didn't squirt? That's it. Said my ex thought I could squirt on demand. And that's why women be peeing on folk. Because our partners put pressure on us because they've seen, the memes and seen the porn and everything. And they want to feel like, I think it's like an ego thing. Yeah, I did all this and I made her squirt. So exhausting. Sometimes y'all people with penises are so exhausting.
No, sometimes women do it to themselves. Come on now.
I mean,
can't just sit there and say only this or only that. No, it goes different ways.
What goes different ways?
As far as how, sometimes the pressure is applied to the person because they did it to themselves. It's not always their partner that applied the pressure.
That's from Nene, a crab.
Yeah, can you put it on?
Oh, so yes, it's a lot of pressure coming from both ways to squirt, but your life will still go on. You can still have lots of pleasure in other different ways if you do not squirt. It might be difficult for some people, and then it's like then you have this feeling of less than. You feel like something's wrong with my body that I can't do this thing that I'm supposed to do. That's not a necessary part of pleasure, squirting. Not necessary. So that's what he would say, do it again. I'm like, do whatever you were just doing. I ain't no damn monkey. Yeah, people thought you just turn on the button, squirt. It's the white wine for me always. I have to have my wine in every episode. So yes, so I hope I answered your question about squirting. Like I said, for me, having a really good, strong G-spot toy, something with a nice handle on it that I can use and apply a lot of pressure. And a lot of people have success squirting when they add in some clitoral stimulation also. So that's squirting. Okay, next question. What can I use so I'm not always choking to death? Now this is about sucking the penis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this was a femme that asked this question about sucking dick, right?
Sure.
My answer is don't choke. Don't put it down far enough so that you get to the point that you choke. Like oral sex should be pleasurable for you and your partner. For me, I'm not putting a dick any farther in my mouth than it is comfortable. Now, there are some ways that you can be more comfortable. The more aroused you are, the more that your gag reflex is going to be relaxed, right? So being super aroused, not just being like, oh, I'm just going to throw it in my mouth real fast. And you haven't done anything to warm yourself up. Like, it's supposed to feel good for you also. So doing some things to arouse yourself, your partner doing some things to arouse you while you're sucking his dick. Like you can use toys. Some people think toys are just for masturbation or when you're having penetrative sex. But you can use your toys for clitoral stimulation while you're giving head. That's going to be arousing. That's going to make it more enjoyable for you. That's going to make it more pleasurable. So being more aroused. Now, there are some sprays and stuff that you can spray in your throat to relax the gag reflex muscles. Good head is one. I am not an advocate for any of the blowjob sprays. A lot of people swear by it and everything. There's something for everybody. I don't believe in it because I feel as though if I'm spraying it in my throat, then I'm kind of masking what could be painful. And then later on, maybe my throat is going to hurt, so in the moment, it might not be sore and sensitive. But then later on, maybe you just rammed it down too much, but you couldn't tell because it's a little numb. So I personally am not a big advocate of the good head spray. He hates when I say that because he's like, don't say that. We sell it, but I don't believe it.
No, that's just because we sell it because it works.
What do you think?
I like good head. I think it works. I mean, you get so many people who come and who have issues, they come back and be like, yo, thank you so much. That worked so well. It made it so much easier. So, I mean, just because you don't like something, don't mean...
Yeah, I said people can use it. I just am not a big fan of it. I don't think that it's, you know, body positive. Not body, sex positive. I don't think it's a, you know.
No one cares what you think, lady.
People do care what I think. Your words. Lynn said, learn how to relax your tongue. Oh, so that works for you. It's so many people that have the different ideas of how to, I like that, Belle, on how to give a deeper throat type of blowjob. I'm not a big fan of deep throat. I'm not gagging and choking for nobody. That's just me.
But if you're into gagging and choking...
But if you're into gagging and choking...
What?
You like when people gag and choke? So, for those who have partners that like when you gag and choke, you can fake gag and choke. Blowjob is kind of like, it's a scene. It's like you're putting on, you know, a semi-production. So you can fake gag and your dick is so big. you can fake it. You don't have to actually gag. You think I actually be gagging?
No. See, you can tell a faker a lot.
You cannot.
It's a turnoff.
When we first started dating, I used to fake stuff with him all the time. First, he didn't know I had a weave. He didn't know I had fake eyelashes. He don't know fake from nothing. You don't know fake from real.
I know your personality was genuine.
My personality was genuine. Thank you, Mr. Hart. Oh my goodness. What? And Fee said, and we dental professionals know when you're used to it also. I do hate it when the dentist be back in there and do make you gag. So you can that's funny. I never thought about that. That you can put the stuff closer down to the throat and they just be like, hey. You probably like, you dick sucker. You big ass cum swallower. That's what I would be thinking in my head.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. What is it? I am horrible with my writing. Oh, so this person asked a personal question about our relationship. So they said that I heard you on a podcast talk about that you and your partner had a prenup. I want to ask my partner for a prenup. How should I go about doing it? What do you think? Cameron's that way.
Just say it. Like, that's what I did. Hey, you have items that I think that should be protected. Even though we love each other, you have items that should be protected. You worked hard for those items and those things. And I have worked hard. I think we should have a mutual agreement while we are, calm and not evil towards one another. And let's put all of our assets in a protect all our assets. That's it. I mean,
I'm trying to move the mic closer.
Just leave it. So that's how I did it. I mean, and she agreed. You sit there and see. I mean, even if you have just a bank account, a retirement, 401k, you'd be surprised that a pension, people can come after that. So it's best that you protect those things, because when a person, when they're hurt, they're going to do things that you probably thought that they would never do because they're hurt. So
do you think that when you get a prenup, like how some people say, well, of course you don't think it because we got one, but what do you think about when people say, don't get a prenup because you're already forecasting your divorce?
They're foolish for saying that. So me personally, they're foolish. is because it's just like car insurance, life insurance. There's a chance you get homeowners insurance, renters insurance, just in case. It's not that you're predicting it. You're predicting or forecasting it. It's just, you just setting up insurance. Hopefully, I don't never want to use mine. And Shani knows she's the first and last wife. So,
that's everybody. My first husband said the same thing. I would never get married again. His ass got married again.
Well, that's him. I'm telling you. With me, done for. It ain't happening. I'm old. It's done.
Okay. Well, for me, what I'm going to say is, I think when it's easier when both people have something. You know what I mean? So if you marrying somebody that ain't got shit, this prenup conversation might be a little more difficult than if you're marrying somebody that has, equal amount of assets, maybe not even on the same playing field, but they also have stuff that they've worked hard for and want to protect. If you're marrying somebody and they ain't got shit, they're like, well, hold up. Well, I don't get nothing. If we get divorced, like that's not how I want to position myself to be married anyway. So I think that adds to the difficulty if the person don't have nothing. Like nothing. They ain't got no properties, they ain't got no stocks, they ain't got nothing. Oh. They gonna move in with you with 2 black plastic bags of their clothes and they moving from their mama's basement. That's not a good look.
Well, in a case like that, maybe if you wanted to put an incentive, like a time limit on it, within a certain amount of time, they're entitled to maybe, let's just say, after 5 years of marriage, they're entitled to $1,000.
No, they get nothing.
Nothing. If you're the one with the stronger income, if you choose that's something you want to do, then cool.
Don't marry broke ass dudes, sis. If it's a difficult conversation, he probably broke. Don't do it.
It's your choice. There's other options. Also, there are postnups too. So you can start off with a prenup, and then later on, once you're married, if you want to make tweaks and adjustments to it, you can do that too. Make your lawyer your friend. Your lawyer.
We still have to do our next postnup.
Yep.
I got some stuff to put in my postnup. So we got a question from on YouTube. Dr. Strange says, "Howdy. Me and my wife are active swingers. The other day, we went to a party and she was getting it on with a group of men. Hey, I felt a little jealous. Is that normal?"
Hell yeah, that's normal. There's nothing wrong with that. A lot of times if it gets too overwhelming for you, you can stop that playtime. You can stop the scene right in the middle of everything. Be like, hey, thanks, fellas, but we got to stop it at this point. Come up with a safe word. I can sit there and say, come up with a safe word with Shani. As soon as I say that safe word, she knows to get up. If she's in a scene with someone, get up. I'm not comfortable. And we need to remove ourselves from this playtime right quick so that way we can get back on the same wavelengths. So no, nothing's wrong with that. Nothing is wrong.
So, but that would be you would have to communicate in advance.
Oh, in advance, yes.
About it.
Yes.
And then also to communicate, but like say Dr. Strange I like the name Dr. Strange. Say they even talked about it before they went to a party and said, you know what, I am very comfortable with you having sex with a group of men. But then maybe 5 times he was comfortable with it, but that 6th time it was like, you know what, I don't like this no more. You can still change the rules of your relationship and your swinging, as things go on. We change. Our personality change, our likes and dislikes change, things that you want to do with your wife changes. There's some things that in our relationship that I used to be okay with, but now that we've gotten, deeper together, it's like, damn, I don't want you to do that no more either. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because things change and you should be allowed to change and pivot. Pivot is the word of 2020. Maybe 2020 then had you pivoting. You're like, you know what? I don't want you giving the coochie to everybody. We can go to the swinger party. You can have sex with one person at a time, but group sex right now is making me feel a little jealous. I want to work through these feelings. You could work through the feelings with your wife also, and talk about what was it that made you jealous about it. Have you ever been in a position where you was jealous?
Hell yeah.
So what made you jealous?
I don't know. It was just at that moment, it just didn't feel right. So I stopped the scene. I was like, hey, nope, this doesn't feel right. And actually, I was a part of the scene as well. So I was a part of it, but everything just didn't feel comfortable for me. So I stopped it. And that was the best part because I actually, had to stop everything. Everyone was cool. Everyone understood that we need.
But that was a good party though. Some of the parties be trash.
That was trash. So it was a lot more experienced swingers. So that played a part too. But everyone understood. But I was uncomfortable. And hey, everyone stopped. I got myself together. I was able to talk. We was able to spend one-on-one time with each other. I was able to get myself back together. And then we went out.
This wasn't with me. This never happened.
No, it was with you.
It was not.
It was with you in Atlanta. We was at Trapeze.
Okay, I had to remember.
Yeah.
Okay. But that's
shout out to ATL Trapeze.
I wouldn't know. At the swinger party, was everybody wearing masks? Like what I just saw it's a swinger event in New Orleans, Naughty in New Orleans. Did you see the article about that?
No.
It was like 30 people or something got coronavirus from going to this event. They usually have like 2,500 because we went 2 years ago. I taught 3 classes while we were there, and we went to the events and stuff
that's
like that.
That's an awesome.
So they had a scaled down one in November.
Okay.
And I saw an article, and the director of the person that produces the event was like, "I will never do this ever again. All these people got coronavirus."
Oh, darn.
At the swingers party. So I'm like, what were people wearing? How would that work? I was very interested in how it all worked because I would be very nervous going to a swingers party.
Well,
I'm nervous going to a party with like more than 10 people, like in an event, and I don't know the people. Even though you could know people and they still could have coronavirus and you don't know. But being around strangers, that makes me nervous too.
I mean, that's a chance you take. Hopefully everyone turns out to make it through it and be okay, with it, and hopefully it doesn't spread too much between when they go back to their families. But, hey, have fun. I mean, but on a smaller scale, that's the way I would do it.
It could have been a small.
It could have been right.
Dr. Strange, was it a large party or a small party? We didn't wear masks. I would wonder like, what is it? Maybe with people, a small group of people, but then I would have to know that they had a test.
Actually, a couple of the groups that I'm in, that's one of the things that they talk about when they get ready to hook up and they're having small groups. They make everyone get tested first before they come to their group. So say it may only be 5 people, 5-6 people, and they're coming, but all of them got tested before they actually came to the event.
Dr. Strange said it was 50 people. I'm about to jump in the computer and slap you. 50 people in a crab house. I'm gonna slap you.
It was outside. It was social distance.
I'm gonna jump through this computer screen and I am going to slap you.
No, but
be more careful.
Definitely have fun, but definitely be careful.
Okay.
All right, what's next?
That
was an awesome question.
Yeah, that's a good question. Okay. I'm over 50. I don't have sex that often. I bought a toy, but it hurts while using it. So, painful sex is something that a lot of women encounter. A lot of women, a lot of people with vulvas. And it could be, because as we get older, not to be too scientific-y. Is that a word?
Sure. Today it is.
Our vagina has elasticity. So like when you get lubricated and get wet, the vagina stretches and expands and elongates. So it's getting ready to have something enter, right? So the older we get, we lose some of that elasticity. So especially post-menopause, it's going to be a lot of things going on. Hormones are different. Lube is going to be a necessity. So first, I would try making sure that we use lube. I don't know what it is with us that identify as women, the stereotype that using lube is bad. Lube is awesome. Like if Eddie, I want you to believe me when I say lube is awesome, and there's nothing wrong with using lube. People who still get wet all the time still use lube. So when you're getting to a certain age and you're getting premenopausal, postmenopausal, whatever the case may be, you're going to need to use some lube. So it could be lube could really help the situation, and that might be enough. It could be something else. If it is something else, you're using some lube and it doesn't help, definitely go see a doctor. Go see a doctor and let them know that you're having issues when you're being penetrated, when you use toys and things like that, so they can assist you. There's so many new innovations on the market to help women. It used to be like nothing, because really, like, the medical industry does not care about women's pleasure. It's a dick pill out there. It's what, 5 dick pills and everything like that. But when's the last time you saw something advertised for women's pleasure? But God forbid the man dick don't work. We're going to do all the different studies. We're going to look at all these different things. But it's not the same for women. So when you go to the doctor, if the lube does not help, and you go to the doctor, you might have to advocate for yourself. Sometimes you might go to the doctor, they're like, oh, there's nothing wrong, don't worry about it. Some doctors, they're not concerned with our pleasure. But, you know, it's important. It's a birthright. It's something that we're entitled to have. It's something that you should have. It's something that I want you to have. So if you go to the doctor and they're not concerned about it, they're not giving you the type of answers you want, they're not going to look into it further, get a different doctor. Just get a different doctor. Because painful sex is something that you should not have to live with. There's a lot of different things you could try. CBD is also awesome for painful sex. A CBD lube, we carry it on our website. Some people love that have like different pain issues, whether it be pain, pelvic pain, endometriosis, vaginismus. It's a bunch of different factors that could cause painful sex. Using some CBD lube could help with the inflammation inside the vagina. That could be something you could try also. But go see a doctor and see if it's something else wrong that needs medical attention. So that would be my advice.
I agree, because it was kind of open. The question was a little open, because I was going to say, is it, you know, it's like during self-pleasure, but is it for during penetration of self-pleasure? Or if it's like just on the clitoris, it's just on.
Oh, I didn't think so. When I read the question, I already jumped to like dildo or penetrating. Yeah, that's what I thought about.
Yeah, so you know, but still at the same time, the answer still applies regardless whether it's internal or external stimulation. If there's pain, definitely go see a doctor. Us
vulvas, we really have to be advocates for our own health and our bodies when it comes to pleasure. Because sometimes, like, say that it's really, really hard for you to have orgasms or different things. It could be some underlying issues with it. Or, you know, sensitivity to your clitoris relies on blood flow. And sometimes if you have a clitoris that's not as sensitive that maybe it used to be or never was, it could be a blood flow issue. It could be so many different things. And people, we go to the doctor and they sweep it under the rug. They're like, no, you're fine. It's okay. And you're like, no, but I want to have my orgasms. No, it's okay. You're still healthy. You're healthy. Stop complaining. No. We're not doing that no more. All of us, you watching, you got a vulva. We're not doing that no more. 2020 and 2021, we need all the pleasure we can get. If you have any issues, and inbox me. Send us a message. Send us an email. If you have any questions, why are you laughing at me?
How are you going to that girl power? I am loving to hear me roar.
My thing is, I talking to women about pleasure. Like we have so many, as people with vulvas, we worry about so many other people and we put ourselves last. Nah, done with that. Okay.
Fellas, if your penis is hurting too, please go see a doctor. Okay. Next.
Okay. I don't think this question was answered. Is it safe to engage in analingus if a person has hemorrhoids? I would not. So analingus is going to be like rimming, the licking of the anus. It's still a way to contract diseases through that. Maybe with
not when the hemorrhoids are flared up. When they're not flared up, go for it.
But I've heard of people using like a dental dam or something to put over top of it,
okay,
and still doing it, and so they wouldn't be in contact with anything. That wouldn't be my thing.
I would do it.
You would do it?
I would do it.
You would put a dental, because I would definitely put some sort of protective barrier over top. But because a person can have hemorrhoids and them not be painful. Like sometimes they might be just itchy, they might be small, whatever like that. I personally would not go down and put my mouth on it. But some people do put a barrier on top of it and then
during a flare-up session. That's what you mean. Or
if the hemorrhoids are visible and they're out. If it's out, you could put a barrier over top if you wanted to.
Yeah. I mean, I probably would go definitely say protection. During flare-ups, when the hemorrhoid's out, yes, go for protection. If not, if you choose not to, that's your choice. But, if it's not a flare-up, it's just regular, lick away, player, lick away.
So you're saying if someone suffers from hemorrhoids, because I suffer from hemorrhoids, but I don't like my butt licked anyway, so y'all never do it.
That's too bad for you.
I don't like
your booty would be so.
I don't like my butt squishy. It's something about it. I don't like it.
I'm with you on that one.
I don't like my butt squishy. Sure. But so I suffer from hemorrhoids sometimes, and this was a bad habit from years ago. Well, this is about to be TMI. But all the time, like they don't, like the ones I have, like they don't hurt. They're just like annoying. So I can see someone, maybe they still want, really? The car just alarm going off? So maybe they still want some licking and everything, but yes, barrier. I will use a barrier.
Deal.
And you can buy a dental dam. You can also, for a barrier, get a glove and cut the glove open and use that as a barrier. Plastic wrap. So you could be innovative with your barriers if you don't have access to dental dams. Do we have dental dams on the website? People going outside, seeing whose car alarm is going off.
Amazon delivering to the lady.
He tapped his neighborhood in the neighborhood.
That's a delivery truck. Delivery truck.
Okay. So did we answer your question, Abdul? Let's see. Oh yeah, it's beeping. Okay, let me ask it. Oh, it's 8:52. Well, it's 8:52. So we're gonna save a question. Oh, you're welcome. No problem. Thanks for asking the question, Abdul. Okay, time is almost up. We have to give our giveaway. So every week we always ask a question, and then we give the prize to the person who has answered the question correctly. The question that I had posed, we forgot to talk about it in the video. I was going to ask what size was our tree from last year, but we forgot to say that in the beginning.
Yeah. Oh well.
So when I talked about squirting, I compared what we see in porn, squirting, as a fire blank. So in the pornos, we have we see women squirting, and I said everyone is not going to squirt like in the porno. It is not going to be like a fire blank shooting out of your vagina. What was it? Fire what was the word I used? Fire blank. What Sean say? No, not fire hose. So why is it extremely rare? Yeah, fire hydrant. That's the answer. Why was it extremely rare if all the women never have or use the female condom? Well, I'm gonna get back to the answer to the giveaway. Female condoms, they're not readily available. That's basically point blank period. They're not available enough. And even though Black women are the number one demographic getting HIV and AIDS at record numbers, you would think that we would be able to get the female condom more often, but we don't. They're not readily available. Most people have never seen it. A lot of people never heard of it. And now they don't even sell them in adult stores anymore. You have to have a prescription or get them from like a clinic. So that sucks because they're awesome. But Lynn, yes, fire hydrant. So email me at Shawnee, I have it in the caption, Shawnee at HartsDesires.com. Email me. Oh, I forgot to say what you won. You won a you're gonna hang it in the, put it in the camera. A rechargeable bullet with a finger applicator. It's really awesome. You're gonna love it, and we're going to mail it to you. So make sure that you send me your address, Shawnee at HartsDesires.com. If you forget, wherever you're seeing this on Facebook, YouTube, where else does it go? That's it, Facebook, YouTube. Just send me an inbox or whatever. Make it super simple so I could get this out to you in the mail. Yeah, you better, girl, because if you don't want it, I'm going to keep it. If you don't email me tomorrow, I'm going to keep it for myself. Well, thank you guys for joining us for our Christmas tree episode of Hump Day with the Harts. Mr. Hart, sign us on out.
We're all freaks that get on the elevator. Only difference between us is which floor we get off on. But if you like us, you get off on every floor just to see what's going on. And as always, stay sexy, my friends.
Bye.
Doses.